All right, a beautiful day to every single person out there from the east, west, north, and the south, wherever it is you are feeling this from. You're welcome to that number one show that keeps you going each and every day. I'm talking about that show that speaks it undiluted, unfiltered, on culture. We just say it as it is. If you're one of those people who have a problem with the truth, you might have a problem with us. But if you're one of those people who like to live on cage and always ask that question, why? Then this is the place for you. The name of the program is called No Cap, and my name is Miles, the eighth one of the world, but I can never do this alone, obviously, because just me, small me, right? So I have Zibi here with me, and
Hi.
Zibi is very seasoned in more ways than one. So Zibi, please introduce yourself to the world.
Well, I'm Zibi. I'm
sir.
an honor personality, work on radio, I'm a writer. It's a whole long list, but you know what? I love being here because I like to say how it is as well.
Yeah, undiluted, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So like I said earlier, if you're one of those people who find it difficult to deal with the truth, No Cap is not the place for you. But I would advise you to just go get a drink right now and watch what we're about to show you. Because what we're talking about today, you can call it a menace to the society if you may. You can call it a problem, or you may call it a plus. Some people think it's a plus. Some people think, why would you even do that? While some people are like, are down for it. Just let's see what people have to say on the streets of Nigeria about this particular topic we're talking about today. And when we get back, we'll carry our knife and cutleries and dissect it. We'll be right back.
For me, I will classify polygamy as a lawfully wedded wife. So if you have a woman, I want to marry, or you marry another lady, now you have two wives, polygamy. Or side chick and girlfriend, they're not polygamous, they're just cheating.
Well, for me, polygamy, from a male perspective, I think is the aspect of having more than one wife, right? So being married to more than one person. And as Christians, it's not what is currently being practiced. Although we understand from old times that there were times when polygamy was normal, right? But Christianity advocates for one man and one wife. For Muslims, I know their religion permits it.
Personally, I don't support polygamy. I feel like it's wrong on my own part. I don't know for other people, but for me, no. It's because if you want to run a polygamous home, there must be, like, if you want peace. So someone that is not peaceful cannot handle a polygamous home because there will always be fights, war, and I don't think anybody can withstand that. Yeah, for the sake of your mental health.
Polygamy. I don't like polygamy because I don't like sharing my man. So I will sleep on bed and my man will go and sleep with another woman. I don't support it.
For me, about polygamy is for nowadays is nonsense. And if you look the economy again, it affects the economy. So that's why you see polygamy they always have issues. Number one issue is that the financial crisis causes it because some men cannot handle two wives or three wives. The one they like is the one that will be satisfied with financial. So do you understand? So people having side chick is even more among side chicks too is nonsense. In this economy we are now in Nigeria, side chick is not good for a man. So that is my own thoughts.
It is not good for a man to marry more than one wife because the situation of this Nigeria now, people cannot marry more than one. You cannot take care of children. One, talking of marrying two or three. It's not good for a man to marry more than one wife because the thing is that after the man died or whatever, the family will now start fighting for the man's wealth to share the things. That is why what I find out is that stay with one, you can take care of your children. For a man to marry more than one wife, go outside and have an affair, going out of there after the man died. All those children later come back to the man's house and start fighting. So all I know is that man should stay with one wife. I don't advise any man to practice it because my own man, if you go out to cheat, my dear, I won't take it easy with the woman. If I find out that he's cheating on me, I cannot go and cheat on him. Yes, that's right. I can't go and cheat on him. But for you to cheat on me, my dear, if I find out, there'll be a war. Why a man will have side chick? All this money that is giving it to the women out there, it's supposed to give to the wife, to take care of the wife, to make the wife the best. Okay, there are some men that they don't give money to the woman in the house, and when they go out there, they spend a lot on their side chick, which is not done that way. It's not good.
Yes, there you have it. Now you're most welcome back. It's still No Cap on Plus TV Africa, where we speak the truth as it is. Miles is still very much in the building, and Zibi is still very much in the building. Now, after watching those clips, I'm sure some people will be like, they're doing. I'm sure some people, their fingers are already itching. Like, I want to call in and say something. I have to say something about this. Yes, we're talking about polygamy and side chick. Now, when my producer sent this script to us, to me, and said, "Oh, we're talking about polygamy and side chick," I said, "What happened? Why are we not talking about side cockerels also? Why are we just talking about chicks? Like, why must it just be
I
the
don't
chicks?
think it works that way, Miles.
why must it just be chicks? Why can't we talk about side cockerels anyway?" So we're talking about polygamy, which is a serious matter right now. The people are turning it into a serious matter. I don't think it is. And side chicks. Then we have one other one on the side that will add to it along the way. So let me throw it to you real quick.
Okay.
Polygamy, in your words, what do you think?
A disaster. Like a huge disaster. So if someone gets into polygamy, it's a disaster. If someone is considering it, it's a disaster waiting to happen. So in every way possible, in every human language, I wish I could speak a lot of languages, but it's a big fat N-O.
For you?
Absolutely.
Okay, side chickism, uncle. There's anything like that.
Now, when it comes to side chickism, I do feel like it's a bit of an illegal method of having polygamy. So it's literally the same thing, but without the strings attached legally. So I think it's also a big fat no.
Okay, cool. For those who do not know, polygamy, on the other hand, is the practice where a person is married to one or more than one person at the same time, be it a male or be it a female, right? Now, I will come against you with that, right? I think one of the reasons why a lot of people...
Let me take off my glasses.
Yeah, please go ahead. One of the reasons why a lot of this generation are not living much longer is because they've refused to just accept what it is, which is the truth. Like, polygamy is actually very okay, as far as I'm concerned. Our fathers before us had that. That was what they were, that was how they were living their lives, and they were healthy. They were doing okay. Look, my grandfather had like 7 of them, and he lived a ripe age of over 100. Do you understand? And they were all okay. All his wives were fine. Everybody was good with it. And after like the 7th, I didn't even think he needed a reason to go out and look for anybody again. There was no reason. He was okay with all he had.
Wow.
Yes, right. And now, so if you allow a man is polygamous in nature. It's just how they're wired. It's part of their DNA. It's just how they are. Yes, if you allow a man to say, you know what, okay, you want to see other people, okay, go ahead. You find that there will be a lot of peace in that home. Trust me. And have you noticed, listen, that's where we're going there. Have you noticed this percentage of people who practice open marriages and open relationships, how happily they are living? Compared to those who say, oh, we're to death do us part, we're going to be here to the...
I think the reverse is the case when it comes to open relationships or open marriages.
Okay, please.
Because when people decide to have an open... Some people actually have open marriages.
Right.
They just forget to tell their partner.
Okay.
Yeah. But when both parties agree to it, there's always a lot of back and forth, trust issues. Okay, I need to see the person. You need to tell me who the person is. I have to give my approval. And then it just sucks the whole fun out of what people think they're going to do. So, you know, in the immediate term, it's something cool. But in the long term, that relationship will suffer. And this is backed by research.
Okay, talking about that relationship being suffering, there's a story that hit the internet recently about a woman who chased her husband down, found out her husband was in a relationship with this girl, and she went and got into the car and ran and had an accident, boom, and died.
Yeah.
Like, why do you do that to yourself? Why do you have to go through that? Now, look, if you have a cheating partner, I'm going to say this being a man that I am. If you have a cheating partner, cheating didn't just start today. It's not something that started, he just slept up and woke up and I started cheating. No,
Right.
no, it's been part of him since like eternity. Maybe you just didn't know and you guys never had a discussion about it or talked about it. It's always been there. So you find your husband with another woman and you want to kill yourself and you want to, and you eventually did kill yourself. We even heard that the man also lost his life recently, high blood pressure, heart attack, and all that. And
He was never going to survive that. I mean, the eyes of the world were on him, his wife's family, his children.
But why should Zibi, my question now is, why should that be the case? Now, don't you think life would be much more easier if people have a sit down, like, you know what? I'm going to see other people, or I think I want to take 1 or 2 other wives, and everybody should just live happily ever after.
I see what you mean, but would you still have the same opinion if you were married or you were in a relationship and your partner came to you, your female partner, came to you and said, you know what, I think we should see other people, I want to see other men.
God bless you. Now, we'll have that conversation before we get to that point. I would know what my partner wants, what she is into. Like,
what if her ideas change along the way? Because you start dating someone in January, by December, their plans have changed. Their ideas have changed. Their views have changed. You don't want to be with someone that has the same views from 1971 to 2022.
Yeah, but
you want someone that can constantly evolve, right? So if you guys had a conversation at the beginning of the relationship and you decide to be exclusive, and then let's say 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, she decides, you know what, this relationship is getting stale. I love you, but I need some excitement. I
Okay,
want
cool.
to see someone else.
Which is very okay. Ask Will Smith; he will tell you what happened to him along the line. Like, which is very okay. But you see that her evolving.
Right.
I must have been part of that process. I would have been noticing something. Some things would have been popping up here and there, and we would have a conversation. Like I said, look, conversation is all all that is
so
to me.
reasonable.
Let's have a sit down. Let's talk. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing now. Okay, we're going to do this for. We have people who would call themselves swingers. That they're living really healthy and okay lives. My dear sister, 750,000 people get divorced annually in the United States of America. Here in Nigeria, I think the percentage is like 24 to 26 or
People are
thereabouts.
just stuck in loveless situations.
Do you understand? And when you check the reasons why, majority of the reasons why, the basic is, oh, he cheated on me, she cheated on me, or it's not.
It's mostly he cheated on me.
It's why? What, look,
Because you said it, just a few minutes ago that men are wired to be polygamous.
right? But that doesn't mean
That's
he's
the
always the
excuse.
person who cheats. Look. Men get caught because we're clumsy when we cheat. We don't know how to cover our tracks. It's always there. Women are really, really 007s when it comes to cheating.
Well, the
they're
thing
like
is,
James Bonds.
women are more likely to want to uncheat or not cheat because society is going to give them too much flack if they're caught cheating. But with men, like you said, men are built to be polygamous. It's like, okay, it's a normal thing. So if someone sees a husband out with a strange woman, they're having some PDA, it's not a big deal. Oh, I just saw my guy, he was with a side chick. Now imagine if the tables were turned. It was a woman having PDA, a married woman, not a single woman, a married woman having PDA with her random fella, her side cockerel. Yes, her side cockerel.
Thank you.
What would society say? Everyone would want to cast stones at her because it's not acceptable for women to be polygamous. Why? Why can't women be polygamous?
Okay,
What's
cool.
the difference in women and men?
Okay,
Men
let's.
have it, women
Okay,
don't have it.
there's this thing they've been saying that they say it's a man's world. It's always been a man's world. Like, oh, it's a man's world. I'm getting excited.
All James Brown.
But yeah, thank you. Bless you. Now, this is Africa. Let's not forget one thing. We are Africans. Forget what the white man brought to the shores. Forget how they taught us that, oh, this is the way forward. This is your right from your left. We are Africans. Before these people turned us into slaves like that I think we still are somehow mentally. Like, we have a way we live. We have our culture. This is what we abide by. It's not been heard of that a woman is with this other man today. It has been heard of. It's a taboo.
Queen Nzinga from Angola. I watched a documentary on her
Thank you.
years ago. She
I need to hear
literally
this.
was married to so many husbands, and sometimes after consummating the marriage, she would have them executed the next day. So
Wait, what?
yeah, because she was a queen and she
You
had a
don't-
lot of
don't-
husbands.
don't-
Maybe she
don't-
didn't want
don't-
men, clogging up her room. She
Don't
needed
say
fresh
don't say
slate.
such things. Don't encourage. Don't encourage. Do not listen to her. There's no such queen. What's that one?
She's dead now, but
Right? What, for real?
Yeah, Queen
Please, you
Nzinga
need
from
to school
Angola.
me on this. I'm going to really go and read up and
Yeah,
check this out.
so she was, she was very powerful. She was strong, and she married a lot of men.
Okay, so that is okay. So what's wrong with that? Like, why is society making it a problem now? Like, oh, this man is married. Okay, example. This actor, what's his name? The one with the deep voice. The actor that got married to someone else. Adoche.
Oh, Yul.
Yul.
Yes, the
got
serial
married.
husband.
The what now?
Serial husband.
Wow. The man took another wife recently, and the internet went ballistic. It went wild. Like, oh, why is he doing that? Why did he do that? His second wife, his first wife is still there. She's been there, blah, blah. Look, there's so many reasons why a man or why someone would take another partner or another wife or another husband. There's so many reasons. There could be the financial part of it. It could be like that they don't find themselves sexually attractive no more. It could be fertility.
Lack of self-control.
It could be infidelity. It could be infidelity. Yeah. It could be a lot of factors. So and I have a feeling, going by what Yul has been posting, his first wife has been posting May. I have a feeling it's something they actually had a discussion about. But the thing just hit her, just like that, like boom. And she was like, "Oh, well, you didn't tell me. Yeah, we had to talk about this, but I didn't think it was going to be this soon." And they seem to be living. Okay, they seem to
Are
be.
they?
Yeah, they seem to be
Did you see
doing
the video
okay.
of both of them together at an event? She looked like she couldn't stand him. He was talking to her, he was talking to the audience with the mic and saying, "This is my wife," and she looked like, "Bruh, I'm about to knock you out right now." I mean,
Don't believe everything you see online.
that is true. Some things are scripted.
that may not be the thing.
Maybe two of them were acting out a script, but the truth is, For a young man, you'll just turned 40, I think early this year or late last year. For a young man to boldly come out and say, I'm taking a second wife, and African culture encourages it. It's weird, particularly when this young man is enjoying the goodwill of the work that his father has done. Everyone looks up to his father, respects his father. Everyone loves Peter Edochie. He's like the godfather of Hollywood, right? Yeah, okay. Maybe except Miles. But he is well respected. And this man just celebrated his 53rd anniversary or something.
Okay.
And there were pictures of this, him and his wife. So when a couple have been together for half of a century, and then their son comes out and says, you know what, I'm getting married to someone else. And then he posts a picture of the child his father. And I mean, come on. It's okay. You put your business out there on social media, so we'll judge you.
Okay. That being said, I just believe that the society shouldn't put a stigma on people who decide to take another wife or decide to step out of a marriage or a relationship that seems to be toxic or seems to be harmful. And I think, I strongly believe that if you allow these men to have their so-called side chicks, there will not be a lot of problems in the home. Yes. Go and check people who have side chicks. They are not stressed. They are not doing, there's no wala.
They're not stressed?
Yeah.
Taking care of one woman is stressful enough.
Okay, cool.
Imagine having 2 or 3 or more.
There's this page, there's this website I stumbled across recently. It's called WikiHow. There was this article that says how to become a side chick, and I read it as in guidelines, tips, step by step. Yes, WikiHow.
Research was done.
Like steps how to become a side chick. Oh, you don't expect too much. Oh, know the boundaries. Just don't. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff. I'm like, wow. And if you see the views on that on the article, I'm like, so people actually take this thing that serious. Oh, wow.
It's a business, to be honest. It's a very flourishing business. Some people, a lot of young ladies who agree to be side chicks because there's some material benefit. You don't see any woman dating a poor married man. Why are you dating a poor married man? People are going to date a rich married man because obviously they're going to make money from that relationship. But the thing is, it's a very strange situation because women are expected to support each other, and then the men create a situation where they sort of set the fire and they watch it burn between the two women, and they sit back and cross their hands.
We don't do that. What do you mean by we set the fire? Do you think any man wants to get caught? Do you think anyone wants to get caught in the act of being a cheat or?
I don't think men want to get caught.
Nobody
like
wants
men
to get
sloppy
caught
when they cheat, so they get caught anyways.
Trust me.
But the moment a man decides that he's going to step away from his partner, then he's igniting the flames. I mean, it's okay if people are tired of each other. They can take a walk. It's not a big deal. I mean, it used to be, but right now in Nigeria, divorce
in the world
normal. Right, so it's not a big deal for most people. But the thing is, there's that betrayal, that humiliation that people face when they realize that, oh my goodness, there's someone else on the side.
Okay, you and I may just argue, because I know we keep going back and forth. I am not going to agree with that. I think we should have side chicks lives matter t-shirts, something all over the place.
You're going to pull a Kanye.
Or pull a Kanye or something.
Wow.
Okay, but we have an expert in the building. We had to talk with an expert who knows one or two things about what we're talking about today, and he's going to break it down to us. Dr. Adagun is here with us. We had to talk with him earlier, rather, and this is what he had to say. Enjoy.